Good morning, rebels. It seems like when the government gives us one indication that, hey, we're going to restore your rights to free speech, they just figure out a new way to go about and do what they were already trying to do to begin with. And I think that this is kind of funny because Donald Trump comes in, puts in an executive order, it was like 14 something, that says that we need to restore free speech online and stop federal overreach of free speech. Okay, great. I'm all for that. Because what it does is it reduces censorship on me. It means that I can go out there and that I can say what I really want to say without fear of reprisal. Because that's why freedom of speech is so important. Is that when you're prevented from speaking freely, no real information ever gets put out. And what happened under the Biden administration, since the cough and all that other stuff, and just sending all these government agencies into these social media platforms to say, hey, by the way, we want to be able to, censor your speech because we don't like this word and this word and this word. And then they went that whole woke agenda. But the thing is it seems like, okay, so Donald Trump writes this order, but then he brings in DOGE. Okay, and now DOGE is under lawsuit from the ACLU, and I'm all for the ACLU. This is one of those few moments where you and the ACLU might actually align, because what's happening is that they are suing DOGE for violating FOIA and also violating Americans' right to privacy by collecting a central database. So now what they're saying is that they've collected through the Social Security Administration, they have been able to collect every American's information. Well, they're storing this information in a centralized database. Now, the premise of it is, oh, well, we need to be able to monitor and track illegal aliens. Pfft, yeah, right. You know what? I've got some oceanfront property here in Arizona. It's for sale. Would you like some? Because that's a bunch of horse shit. It's not true. Okay, well, it's not that it's not true. It's just I don't believe it. Truth seems to be subjective in the modern era now. But so we've got DOGE coming out and getting sued because of this. And I talked about this the other day when I was saying, hey, this whole thing with DOGE, it's coming after you. They're getting every single American's information. Right now, what they're saying is they want to control the immigrants. But what's going to happen, whether it be the next presidency, whether it be the unintended directive that they just don't want whether it be that they just don't want you to know, it doesn't really matter what's happening here. And this is just my opinion, because YouTube, I can't make definitive statements or I'll get censored, even though they pretend to say that censorship is up. Never fully believe it. And I'll tell you why. Because everybody hears about these sanctuary cities, right? Okay, in the sanctuary cities, they're more dangerous for the undocumented than the regular cities. Why? Because it gives them that false sense of security. Oh, you can come here. Well, you know what? That's where most of the feds hang out. It's like a giant magnet. And a lot of people say, oh, well, we need to get rid of sanctuary cities. No, sanctuary cities do really good. But the propaganda that we're fed is, look at these Democrats. Da, da, da. No, this is actually how you keep them out, by giving them a magnet so that you have an easy place. Because if they're all spread out, it's harder to find them. But if you magnetize them into a central location, like a sanctuary city, and then the feds are coming in there, it's just, all the sanctuary city means is that the local city officials are not going to cooperate, but the feds have enough power. This actually works in their benefit. That's why they allow them. Now they pretend to go against them, or Donald Trump's incompetency pretends to go against them. But anyways, when it comes to, oh yes, we're just doing it for the illegal immigrants, I call bullshit. It's not true. Okay, at least in my opinion. So this is the beginning stages, and you can thank Donald Trump and Elon Musk for the future surveillance that's going to be done on the American people, and the amount of atrocities and loss of civil liberties that's going to happen because of the election of Donald Trump, using artificial intelligence in a war that he created that didn't need to be created. It seems like as we go along, we're finding out that the decisions that we make have a hell of a lot more consequences than they did when we first started out. But anyways, guys, thank you for being here. If you're not a rebel, consider subscribing. If you want to get away from the censorship, come on over to Patreon. Everything's down in the description. Thanks for seeing you. I'll see you tomorrow.